Hi guys, welcome back to this Manchester City Football Manager Retro Save. This is Chris, aka Big Will, and today in episode 21 we're going to have a bit of a transfer roundup from the January transfer window, and we're going to have a local derby at home against Stockport County where hopefully we can do a little bit better than we did last time out, and we also have a home game against Huddersfield. As you can see, form has been very good. We did lose 4-0 in the end to the FA Cup, against Burnley, and it was a game that overall we dominated. We were absolutely all over them. We actually hit the woodwork 8 times in the game, but they scored 4 goals from 5 attempts on target, and it was very disappointing to go out so heavily. But we came back into the league. We got a 1-0 win at home to West Brom, and then we put 5 past Bristol Rovers thanks to a hat-trick from Kyle Court. In terms of the transfer window, it was a relatively quiet one, to be honest. As we just have a quick look, we managed to bring in John Terry for £4 million from Chelsea. He's a 20-year-old at this point, and I'm really happy to have brought him in. He will be very useful when it comes to us getting into the Premier League. We then brought in Ashley Cole from Arsenal. Both of these players, John Terry and Ashley Cole, were out on loan at the time, but they had their loan deals cancelled in order to join us permanently, and Ashley Cole came in for £2 million. His contract was up at the end of the season with Arsenal, but I didn't want to take the chance just in case he got snapped up by somebody else, so I paid the fee, and he has come in as well. And then Manchester City's penalty hero in a Capital One Cup final a few years ago, goalkeeper Willy Caballero. The Argentine is only 19 years of age, he's got 11 under 20 caps, and he has come in to be our backup goalkeeper alongside Jamie Langfield. So really happy. We've only just signed those 3 players. We didn't have anyone leave the club, and it was really good stuff in that regard. One other little bit of transfer business which will go through at a later date. It goes through at the end of the season. We've agreed a deal to bring in 17-year-old Yaya Toure, the Ivory Coast international. He's already got 2 caps for the senior side. He hasn't got a work permit at the moment, but I'm pretty sure he will qualify for one when it comes to it at the end of the season when he joins. Really happy to have brought him in. Really top signing for us, and hopefully he will have a long career at City and be as useful as he was in the real world. So without further ado, this is the shortlist I've got at the moment. By the way, I've got Ben Foster, who has made his name at a variety of clubs in the Premier League. Leighton Baines is on there. Carlos Tevez and Adebayor are knocking about now. They've come through into the game now as well, so I'm keeping an eye on them also, as they did have careers at City, of course, so they are eligible to sign under the rules that I have put myself in. So without further ado, we're going to crack on with this local derby game against Stockport. I am hoping for revenge in this game after that very disappointing game away, but hopefully we will do well and continue in the form that we have put up so far. We're 10 points clear over Watford with 2 games in hand, so hopefully this will be a good opportunity to extend that lead. So the side for this game is Weaver in goal. We've got Cole, Craddock, Smith and Mills at the back. Brown and Murphy in midfield with Humphreys, Bellamy and Wright Phillips in behind Kyle Court. Caballero and John Terry are on the bench. John Terry did start his just after he signed, so he has played for us already from the start, as has Ashley Cole. Willy Caballero has yet to make an appearance, but I only change the goalkeeper if we have to. So hopefully we can do well here and finally get a derby win straight up while we're recording, because my luck with derbies is a little bit poor so far, but I'm hopeful that we can return the favour and give Stockport a little bit of a hiding here, but we'll have to wait and see. Here's Mark Smith at centre back with a free kick, and he just lays it to Danny Mills on that right hand side. He looks over the top here, and Sean Wright Phillips is in behind. Good opportunity here. Wright Phillips, it's saved by Carlo Nash. And Carlo Nash, again, he's a former City player in real life, so the fact that he's doing so well against us all the time, it does make me want to go out and sign him, but he's not good enough for the squad that we've made, even though he continues to do well against us. Nico Weaver here into Jody Craddock, plays it out wide to Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole needs support and just lays it back to Craddock. Now Humphries does well to make the turn there and he creates space for himself. Looks over the top for Shaun Wright-Phillips. Has support in the centre and finds Craig Bellamy. And it's 1-0. We have a lead in a derby game. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Well worked goal there. And Bellamy continues his solid season his solid debut season here at City. Carlo Nash with the delivery forward. Flood wins the header and finds Morris now. Under pressure here into Adamchuk. Looks out wide to Briscoe. Under pressure by Wright-Phillips, but he lays it back to Lee. Calcourt, good pressure on the centre-back from Calcourt there, but Stockport County hold on to possession quite well. Here's Sorville, looks over the top for Flood, couldn't find him, and Danny Mills plays it back to Nicky Weaver, who knocks it long. And Calcourt does have an opportunity here if he can win it ahead of Lee, and he can't. But Bellamy's nicked in ahead of the central midfield here, and Bellamy is in. Bellamy, what a goal from Craig Bellamy. I think he dropped a bit lucky, to be honest. I think he lost the ball at one point, but he managed to win it back immediately, carry on his run, and he's converted it to make it 2-0 here. 13 minutes gone, a brace for Bellamy, and he's playing in the central role of that attacking midfield today rather than wide left, and it's clearly working for him in this match. Here's Humphries, he has support wide right if he can switch it, but he's unable to. Craddock into Ashley Cole now, looking forward down that left hand side. Here's Humphries, Holden manages to get onto it and lays it back to Flynn. Now Sorville into Adamchuk. Ashley Cole does well to intercept ahead of Windass. Now Jody Craddock. Into Michael Brown. Now Mark Smith does well. Just holds on to it a little bit here. Finds Shaun Wright-Phillips inside to Bellamy. He has support ahead of him. Finds Calcourt into Humphries. Surely. He's ended up taking it out wide. But it's come for Michael Brown and it's just wide of the post. Really well worked move. But it comes to nothing in the end. Really good opening 20 minutes that we've had so far. This is Ashley Cole into Humphries. Now Craig Bellamy. Danny Murphy. Looks over the top here for Shaun Wright-Phillips. He doesn't normally win in the air, but he's got there. And Bellamy, it nearly fell for him there, but he couldn't get his strike through. And that would have been a hat-trick in 10 minutes if he'd have managed to convert that one. Curry knocks it into the penalty area here, and it's just over the crossbar by Lee, who was the key player from the set pieces for Stockport County last time we met them. But we have that 2-goal lead here, and hopefully we can look to push further on from this. Windass with an effort just wide there for Stockport as well. It remains 2-0 though. And there's an opportunity here with Shaun Wright-Phillips with the delivery. Calcourt looks to attack it. It's headed away by Lee. Only as far as Michael Brown. He has got support in the penalty area still. Look to play it in, and it's cleared away, but only as far as Ashley Cole. Now Jody Craddock, the centre-back, into Michael Brown. That's a brilliant ball from Michael Brown into Shaun Wright-Phillips. Can he lay it across? It's almost dropped for Calcourt, but it's just been cleared off the line. Really well played defensively in the end by Stockport County to get it away. And this is Ashley Cole with the resulting throw-in into Humphries, back to Ashley Cole. Now Craig Bellamy is on a hat-trick, and that is a wonderful effort from Bellamy, but it's just over and wide, over the corner there. Very good effort once again, and it remains 2-0. Shaun Wright-Phillips with a corner. He looks to knock it to the far post. Calcourt's there, and he's hit the post. Brilliant effort there. Bellamy manages to nut it down for Wright-Phillips, but the highlight comes to an end. Like I say, we've done quite well in recent matches, despite being a little bit iffy going forward. We're still scoring plenty of goals, but we're creating that many chances. We need to be converting more of them, and we've won a penalty here. Mark Smith has been brought down, I think, by Windass. And Bellamy for the hat-trick. It's saved by Nash. Our penalty woes continue. No matter who takes them, we really struggle with penalties at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with them, but for some reason we just can't seem to convert them. As the resulting corner's brought in, Danny Murphy, what a strike from distance, and it's gone wide. We certainly look good value for our lead here though. Ashley Cole now, with the throw to Humphries. I think with the signings we have made, we've got better strength in depth as well at left back and centre back, and it means that Upson can play either on. Danny Murphy, what a strike! 25 yards out. Absolutely brilliant from Danny Murphy there. 3-0, and it's going to be game over here in this derby by the looks of things. Brilliant stuff. We're looking very, very strong for this victory. Nicky Weaver into Smith. This is Danny Mills now. In the centre to Danny Murphy. Craig Bellamy potentially looking over the top, but lays it back for Mark Smith. Bellamy's just keeping that little bit of space in the centre there. Danny Murphy holds on to it to Mark Smith again. He plays it all the way back to Nicky Weaver in the end, who plays it first time to Jody Craddock. Just keeping patience with the ball here. Bellamy popping up in that little space again. Now he's running along with it. It's Craig Bellamy into the penalty area. He's got support in the centre. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. All these chances we create, and so many times we've been hitting the woodwork as well. Like I say, that Burnley game we lost 4-0, we hit the woodwork 7 or 8 times in that game. It was so frustrating, but we're playing very, very well here. And we don't want any complacency. It is only 2-0. We need to continue in, sorry, it's 3-0, isn't it? And we need to continue in the vein that we played in that first half. We can't give them a sniff. We want to absolutely batter Stockport County here and really show our rivals that we mean business. Considering how well we've played, Cal Court has been the quiet one in the match, and he's got 30 odd goals this season, but he's been very, very quiet here. We are going to take him off, I think, and we're going to give an opportunity to hit up front once again to Antoine Sibierski. We're going to bring Kevin Davis on wide right, I think, for Sean Wright Phillips. Michael Brown hasn't done too well so far today, so I think we're going to bring him off as well. And we're going to bring Jamie Pollock on in midfield. We've managed to keep hold of him in this transfer window as well. He's been subject to a number of offers. But when we get into the Premier League, I think the players will want to just hold themselves down a little bit more and give themselves chance at playing at that top level. Here's Flynn, looks to get it away here for Stockport County. Smith into Danny Murphy. Looking over the top, and Kevin Davis is in behind. Good save from Carlo Nash. And it goes out for a corner, which is going to be whipped in here by Jamie Pollock. The highlight continues. Is there an opportunity ahead here for City? Pollock looks to knock it in. Humphries was at the near post, but it's cleared away. Kevin Davis gets onto it. He's on his own out there, but he lays it all the way back to the left wing back, Ashley Cole, and the highlight finishes with that pass back. Well, it remains 3-0, and we haven't let them get back into the game. It's really good to see. And in terms of our recent form, we've done well keeping clean sheets as well. And I think with strengthening the defensive options with John Terry and Ashley Cole coming in, I think we're looking good as we head towards the business end of the season. Kevin Davis with lovely control, and he plays it into Danny Murphy, and he's hit the post. That's the third time we've hit the woodwork in this game now. And again, lack of conversion in some of these chances. Very frustrating at times. I mean, you look at the number of chances we have created, and it's absolutely brilliant, really. We're looking very, very formidable now at this level. Jamie Pollock with the delivery, it's cleared away, only as far as Craig Bellamy. Couldn't quite find Jamie Pollock. It was a lazy pass, really, from Bellamy there. And now Kilford, under pressure by Bellamy. He's worked so hard there, Bellamy, to get the ball back. Brilliant stuff from him. And Kevin Davis into Danny Murphy. Danny Mills looking over the top. And it's going to be cleared away here, and it's Lee. Lee plays it wide right looking for Curry. Ashley Cole does well to win possession back. Now Jamie Pollock into Antoine Sibierski, into Kevin Davis. He's brought down by Briscoe here. It's going to be a free kick, but it's going to be a second yellow card for Briscoe. And Stockport County in this derby game are down to 10 men, and that is our victory secured, I think, here. Really good stuff from our point of view, and we've looked very solid once again. A 3-0 victory looks set to be completed, and we claim another 3 points here at Main Road. Brilliant stuff. Looking very, very good here. And I think we've got about a week before the next game against Huddersfield. So what I'll do, I'll come away for a moment and I'll get through this week off camera, and then we will be back for the game against Bottom Club Huddersfield. Okay guys, here we go, ready for game number 2. Not a lot's happened in the previous week. We have changed our vice captain though from Jody Craddock back to Michael Brown. Michael Brown is now extremely happy at the club, and he's a leader in the dressing room basically. He's a very good player to have in terms of teamwork, and he's a really solid player, and he's got very good leadership qualities. So we've changed our vice captain, and I can't imagine it'll affect the balance too much. There's been no issues with Jody Craddock upon changing that, so I'm quite happy, and hopefully we can continue in the way that we've been playing. We've only conceded 2 league goals in 13 matches now, and it's been really positive, and I'm hoping that we can get another clean sheet today. Hopefully we can continue with making Main Road a fortress here, As you can see, we've got Weaver, Carr, Van Boyton, Smith and Cole, Bellamy, Pollock, Parker, Wright-Phillips, Humphries and Court in the starting 11. I'm hopeful of a good performance again against this Huddersfield side, who are bottom of the league. They're really struggling this season. And it's one of only 2 league games because across the rest of it, it is the FA Cup, which of course we got knocked out of very early against Burnley. And here we go straight away, just coming up to the 4th minute here with Smith in possession into Van Boyton. Plenty of time and space for him to pick his pass. Pollock out wide to Stephen Carr. Looks over the top here for Shaun Wright-Phillips. Wright-Phillips has support arriving in the penalty area. Plays it in, and it's a good save from Howie. It's back in from Pollock, but it's cleared away. And Van Boyton couldn't quite beat Stewart, but it remains 0-0. Here's Dalton with the free kick for Huddersfield. Good clearance, and Ashley Cole's ended up staying forward here, and it's a brilliant run here from the left back. If he can find support, which he does in Kyle Court, plays it first time here to Shaun Wright-Phillips. He's got support in the penalty area, finds Jamie Pollock, who gets a good enough strike on it. He plays it across the keeper. It's 1-0. Brilliant counter attack from the boys, and we have a 1-goal lead after just 5 minutes here. Really positive start. Wright-Phillips looking very sharp and linking up superbly with Kyle Court as well. At the moment with Wright-Phillips' resurgence in form, he's keeping Kevin Davis out of the team as well. And the opportunity that we've got for rotation, we've got such a strong backup 11. I think rotation is perfectly acceptable now. We don't have to worry too much, I don't think, about not being outperformed, as Calcourt almost got in on that. Wright-Phillips did really well to win the ball there. Howie makes the claim. This is Stewart now. Van Boyton manages to get to the second ball. Here's Pollock looking over the top. Calcourt could be in behind Chettle. It's Calcourt. Great opportunity, and it's saved again by Howie. He's not quite as useful with the one-on-ones, Calcourt. He's good with his snapshot finishes, which unfortunately a lot of his opportunities have been that this season. And as such, he scored plenty of goals, as you know. So hopefully he will get some of those opportunities today to extend his goal-scoring tally. Scott Parker here into Jamie Pollock. Craig Bellamy does well, takes the ball into his stride and turns. Plays it back to Mark Smith. Mark Smith looking over the top potentially for Calcourt here in the centre. Plays it into Richie Humphries. What a strike! It's got to have been 40 yards out that from Richie Humphries, surely. He's clipped the inside of the post, and Howard didn't expect the strike at all. What a goal from Richie Humphries. He's not scored many this season, but with a goal like that, that is absolutely outstanding. It remains 2-0 now, and we're looking very good value for this at the moment. Van Boyton with the delivery. Mark Smith was at the far post. He couldn't quite get onto it, and this is Thornley. Now Stewart looking to push forward here for Huddersfield. Potential opportunity here. Great switch of play. Stephen Carr does well to beat Dalton to the ball though, and Shaun Wright-Phillips looks to get past his fullback as he finds Pollock. He has got support over the top if he can make the ball, but not quite. He's closed down well. And it's now with Van Boyton. Now Mark Smith has support ahead of him. Scott Parker makes a turn, but it's a poor pass from Scott Parker. We don't see that very often. And now Thornley looking to get in, and it's a comfortable save in the end from Weaver. He didn't have any conviction on the strike, and it remains 2-0. Well, Huddersfield so far are doing okay. They've given themselves a little bit of an opportunity here and there, but we are dominating this game, and I feel like we could get another goal here. And Kyle Court, what a delivery from Scott Parker. He nearly forced us to concede, but there with a brilliant assist for Kyle Court's 50th league goal since signing for us last January. Really good stuff from him. It's 3-0, and I think, to be quite honest, we are assured of this victory now. We need to continue in the vein that we are doing. We don't want any complacency, even though we're winning 3-0 against the bottom team. We want to keep focus, and we want to make sure that we continue to play well, and at least winning by such a margin at half-time, we can rotate the team a bit as well, rest a couple of key players if it comes to it, but we don't want to do too much upheaval. So I think in terms of key players, I mean, Van Boyton and Smith are very key players. So we're going to bring John Terry on for Van Boyton. Ashley Cole is on a yellow card. We haven't actually got another option at left back on there at the moment. We're going to take Craig Bellamy off. He has had a quiet game today. We'll bring Jason Kumas on. Cal Court has got his goal, but we'll leave him on for now. And we'll rotate between Shaun Wright-Phillips and Davis again, so that can be our third substitution. And in terms of central midfield, new vice-captain Michael Brown can come on. And we'll take Jamie Pollock off here. and I think it'll just solidify us in that central midfield. We've looked very, very good today, and hopefully we can continue in the vein that we have been doing and get that fourth goal. With a 3-0 lead though, like I say, we've not conceded many goals in recent weeks. Really, really pleased with how things are going. And here's Dalton looking over the top for Tim Cahill, and it's just over the crossbar. Weaver not particularly worried about that one, and it remains 3-0. Humphreys with a free kick here on the edge of the Huddersfield penalty area. He's already scored one, probably potentially the goal of the season. Can he score a free kick here? It's going to be Humphreys to strike it, surely. We're waiting very patiently for it, that's for sure. Here it comes from Humphreys, and it's a brilliant effort. It's just clipped the crossbar and gone over. As we come to the towards the last quarter of an hour of the game, we're looking very good here for the victory. I can't imagine Huddersfield will get themselves back into it right now, and I'm really happy with the way that we've played. And they've done all right, Huddersfield, though, to be fair. They've created a couple of chances for themselves, but we've had the majority of the ball, and our superiority with good form and the quality of players has certainly told in the end today. Craddock is going to come on for the last 5 minutes or so, as Mullin looks to win the header, but Carr gets it away. Kevin Davis is on a yellow card. He's got to be careful diving in like that. Thornley looking for Stewart here, and Stewart scores for Huddersfield. Disappointed to have conceded that goal. It's his 18th goal of the campaign. Despite them being bottom of the league, 18 league goals he scored. Disappointed to have conceded at the end, but you can get a clean sheet every game. And as disappointing as it is, we've kept the result in our favour. It's finished 3-1. And the second half, to be honest, it wasn't good enough. We had chances though, so I'll leave it be. And we have claimed that 3-1 victory. So it's 2 wins out of 2 in this episode. Really pleased with that. And we will move on and see where we end up potentially for this next episode. So I'll just have a look and see where we'll come back. And then that will be that. So we've got 4 games left in this month. Obviously, there's no cup ties left to be played either. There is a home game against Watford in the middle of March. So we'll probably come back for the Watford game and the Crystal Palace game. Crystal Palace are fighting for the playoffs. So I think Watford and Crystal Palace will be the next episode. And hopefully we can get revenge on Watford after that defeat that they inflicted on us last time out. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe to the videos. All your support is greatly appreciated. And we will come back for that Watford game and Crystal Palace game. And thank you very much for watching. This is Big Will, signing away.